But yeah, so like I was telling you off camera, when you asked me how, like what's the theme, what's this about, why am I kind of doing the podcast?
I mean, it's interesting.
Well, I want to.
I've never been to a podcast, so.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the studio and welcome, of course, on the podcast. But I told it I'm a fan of learning, and
Right.
I learn from kind of seeing what people are doing, and
Right.
I watch a lot of YouTube. I consider myself, I have my PhD at YouTube from YouTube University because I watch so much random things.
Right.
But so I just want to learn. So I started inviting people onto the podcast, and I realized that that's the type of podcast that I wanted to have. I just wanted to learn from people.
Yeah, I mean, best way is conversation, right?
But I'm a big fan of communication. I know you mentioned that you are as
Yeah.
well. But I guess kind of let people know. So yeah, tell us a little bit about kind of yourself and
Right.
what
So
you
my
do.
name is Mark Amarali. I'm the owner of Media and Variety Emporium, also known as MV Collectibles. A lot of people now would notice that because we did some rebranding a few years ago, and we've been in business for about 15 years now. And it's a hobby store at its core, but beyond that, it's a gathering place. It's a community, like we were speaking before.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that's what it is. I mean, it's very comfortable. It's not just about the chairs and the tables and the air condition. It's the people that are there,
Correct.
the community. I can go there at any time.
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes I'm busier than others, but I could go there at any time, and I know that I'm going to bounce up somebody
That you know and
that
have
I
a
know
conversation.
that I have a conversation with. And even if I don't, I mean, most of the times it's the guys behind the counter,
Right.
the Renatos, the Christians, the
Correct,
Imrans, all of those guys are
Yeah.
awesome. And but you always bounce up somebody, and you could just sit down and have a
Yeah.
conversation with somebody. Somebody's always opening a pack
Right.
or a box or
Doing
something.
a live, we're doing something.
Doing a live, doing something like that. And so I've always appreciated the space
Right.
for that.
Well, yeah.
Not just a place where I buy my Pokemon cards.
And that's what I wanted. I've always believed in, service, community, togetherness. That's the main focus of my store. I mean, yes, it's a business at the end of the day, but it's something that I really want to be people to be comfortable with and enjoy.
It feels that way.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it gives that off.
And a lot of the staff there, a lot of the guys there, and I don't even, for me, at its core, they're not really staff. They're my friends at the end of the day. Yes, they're working there, but I really like and appreciate those people there. And I like to treat them in a way and have them treat our customers in a way. So,
Yeah, I always feel super comfortable.
yeah.
And like I said, I buy all my Pokemon cards by you.
And I mean, that's the main thing. Like for me, it was a dream for me. My initial dream growing up was to own a mall. I always wanted to
That's cool.
own a mall and have different stores and be like have MVE as the focal point of that mall, and then other stores around there. So it's hopefully a step in that direction someday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then, now tell me, so you've been doing MVE for about
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, this is going into our 16th year.
But I mean, I know you from MVE, but I also know you as a collector.
Correct.
When did you get involved in collecting?
100 years ago.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, I think I first got into collecting. I was about 5 years old, which was very long ago, 80s. Yeah, so I'm telling my age there, but yeah, since the 80s, I was mainly into comic books.
Right.
I was initially a very avid reader and collector of comic books, and then I kind of segued into TCGs and different things. And it was initially more Yu-Gi-Oh than anything else. But then as I got older, I was like, Pokemon is pretty nice. And I collect Pokemon more for, these cards look really pretty, or these cards are really, nice in a binder, rather than, hey, this is going to be expensive. I know that's part of the hobby too.
Right, the investing
And
side.
I tell a lot of people who want to get into the hobby, there's 3 ways to get into this hobby: investing, collecting, playing. It's
Right.
literally how it breaks
Right,
down.
right.
Yeah. So it's a long time ago. I think I grew up with all these hobbies. So it was just like a natural way for me to just get into this business and do something I love. And doing something I really loved and really cared for it really makes me passionate about doing this.
Yeah.
And it makes me motivated to go to work every day.
Well, they say when you enjoy your work, it doesn't feel like work.
Correct, yeah.
But so now, decades later, by the way, I was also 5 in the 80s. So I think we right there too. I right there with you. But now decades later, what is the franchise or the brand that you would say has made the biggest impact out of all? Because I think each one has done something different.
I mean, if you're
and there's even new ones that have done
Yeah.
big things.
if you're looking internationally or in Trinidad, I mean, there's
Internationally, I think just from the advent of
I think
of
internationally,
TCGs.
I mean, I don't think there's one specific one that I'd say, had a main role, but I do think that it's shared by probably Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh more so years ago, but in the present day, it's more Pokemon. And I think One Piece has a big role to play in that. TCG as wise coming into the 2010s come forward. I really think, but right now I think pop culture is really just, in general, just these collectibles, these TCGs, these, comic books. It's really a big role, and everything that goes in, in turn. There's a 5-year gap every five anniversaries for Pokemon. This being the 30th anniversary this year. There's always some sort of hype building up to that 5-year anniversary. So I really think overall, if you're looking internationally, I think you'll have to really put that somewhere between Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, and comic books. I mean, it's really tough to say on an international scale because these things have such an impact. And then there's different, like Magic the Gathering is really big in Europe and England.
That's where I got my first introduction to TCG.
Right.
Was going into the comic book store.
And that's the oldest TCG, right? I mean, that's
I think
1993 it came out.
And I remember going in and not understanding. I was probably just a little too young for that.
Magic was a bit difficult.
Yeah, and so I didn't get into it. But a few years later, because with cards, I had people in school, they were trading cards, they were playing this game. So that whole
culture.
That whole culture was in my head.
That's a culture now, right?
And when Pokemon came out, I was like, oh, well, this one I understand a little bit more. Characters a little friendlier looking.
Yeah.
The cards are brighter.
User friendly.
Yeah. And I was, I think, early teens at the time.
Yeah.
And I was
hooked. That's the thing. I mean, it has something for everyone, I know a lot of people that really love playing MTG. I mean, I can probably give you a basic idea of how to play any of these games, but I've never been really that much into MTG. But recently they've been doing a lot of collabs. They've done a Final Fantasy collab.
Yes.
They're doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out. Wow. I think they did Avatar recently. Spider-Man. They're doing a Marvel collab, Marvel Superheroes collab coming out, I think, in June. So that's a lot of things they're doing now to try to draw that pop culture. And
do you think that that's their equivalent? We're going to get a little technical just for a second because I thought of it. Do you think that that's the equivalent of Pokemon releasing new Pokemon and new sets?
Yes and no. Yes, because it's going to draw a different audience. It's going to give some more spark to what they're doing. But how they do their sets, they do it within the framework of their game itself. For Magic, it's very important that they print sets and cards to match their different formats. So because it's so much, you can't say, okay, well, I'm using this card as a collectible only, because at some point in time it's going to be used for a deck or differently, 5, 6 different, 10 different formats that Magic has. So yes and no, it's going to draw a lot of attention that it wouldn't normally draw to Magic, but it's also going to be something that they make sure that's playable for their audience, their core audience.
Because I do find it kind of interesting where people would build, again, I don't know Magic the Gathering, but how people would build a deck and play a Final Fantasy card and then a Ninja Turtles card.
And that's why I say it fits in their framework.
But it works.
Correct, it works, yeah. Because every deck is by colors, and there are also different types of attacks you can have, trample, different fly, different things. And all those things have an effect, and every card they print fits within that framework.
Right, okay.
How to play the game.
And I assume that they have some massive algorithm that's making sure that they stay balanced.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
The games stay balanced.
Yeah. It's probably one of the more balanced games, I think, TCG-wise. And also because it has so many different formats.
Is it because of, well, I was not going to ask if it was a rigid format or if there's so many different formats.
So there's Commander format, which is a 100-card deck. Imagine shuffling a 100-card deck. Right? And doing that for like 6, 7 matches in one tournament.
Right.
But, I mean, they have that's probably the most popular in Trinidad. And then there's Pauper, there's different things. expanded. There's different formats that cater for different crowds.
So you think that's why the different collabs work? Because there's a million different formats?
Correct, yeah. So they're going to work each collab. They're going to have cards for each collab work into their framework of how they want the game played.
So your favorite of all the TCGs?
I would definitely say Pokemon.
Right.
I would be lying if I said
I thought you were going to jump on the Logan Paul One Piece.
No. I mean, One Piece, to be quite fair, to be quite honest, I before that Netflix series,
right,
I didn't really delve too much into One Piece. I was outside of just playing the TCG itself, which would have come out, I think, maybe a year or two before that series. But I would be lying if I said anything else about Pokemon. I'd be lying.
I have all of the sets.
Yeah. I know you.
Sets.
You're a vintage guy.
I'm a vintage guy.
Yeah.
So I have all the base set, the jungle, the fossil,
and
the Team Rocket.
I would imagine a lot of us would have had those growing up and just not understand value.
So my Pokemon and my basketball cards.
Right.
My PC of my basketball cards.
You're a basketball collector?
Basketball cards, football cards, baseball. Sports is how I started. We didn't even get into that.
Because I actually did touch on basketball as well.
I got my start with sports cards. Okay. And I still have all my cards from the late
some Kobe 80s cards.
That was because I got involved
that's 2000, no, 1997?
97, somewhere around there.
96, right.
But my cards I moved back to Trinidad in 97.
Right.
As a child. And I stopped collecting because I didn't know where to go. I didn't have my normal hobby shop.
Fairly expensive in Trinidad.
Well, there you go. Yeah. And so I have my era basketball cards. But when we came back in 2001, they were renovating the house.
Right.
And they decided we were going to have a big garage sale.
I know how this goes.
And I believe the price for the entire binder of basketball cards was $1,200 TT dollars. This is in 2001.
A full binder?
A full binder and they had Jordans in there. The works.
From the 80s?
Wait, nobody comped it. No, from the late 80s and to mid 90s. I mean,
88, 89 is still pretty.
That's when I had my cards, from like 89 to like 96. That's when I had Larry Birds and all of that, Magic Johnson's, Top Flare, Ultra, all the things. And the whole binder sold for $1,200. Somebody bought that binder.
Did you at least get some of that money?
No. I did not. That went into the family till of revenue for the day. I think it was probably one of the biggest single items that was sold. It was either $1,000 or $1,200. The person buying it knew what it was, clearly.
Right.
I mean, who's just going to walk up and just, 2001?
Let me buy this $50,000 binder for.
Well, I don't think it was that much at the time. I mean, maybe now.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe now. Because I believe I might have had a couple early, well, I definitely had a couple early Jordans.
Yeah, I mean, 89, 88 Jordan is probably have a few hundred US cards there.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah,
in terms of the hundreds of US, definitely. So the binder would be worth a lot. But yeah, that's my kind of journey with that. And I had to start over.
We all have a story.
I had to start all over.
Yeah.
I remember selling
But you wouldn't be able to get some of those cards anymore. I mean, that value and...
No. I mean, I spent a lot of money to reacquire that set.
Yeah.
But I remember distinctly selling a holographic Chansey in St. Anthony's for 120 TT back in the day.
Sounds about right.
It'd probably be about 99, 2000, 2001, somewhere around there.
Wait, that's base set?
Base set. Base set Chansey holographic, which is now worth a lot of money. I mean, that was probably eaten up now.
Yeah.
But all right, so we've never done anything like this before. It's normally a conversation. But I saw you walked with something.
Of course, I have to bring something for you.
And I walked something for us to open.
Well, this is for you.
You see? Well, we are going to be opening this.
All right, sure.
This is a product purchased from MBE, by the way, and a long time ago. And well, now I have to open this because what I want to do is I want to open this and I want to open some packs.
Sure, we'll do that. Yeah.
This is what we do.
It's something small for you, something.
So I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I can open this.
Keep it sealed.
I want to explain why.
Yeah, keep it sealed.
I have nothing
for Prismatic.
From Prismatic.
I know.
I
think we spoke about that.
So Prismatic Evolutions, thank you very much from Mark and the MVE family. So I have no Prismatic Evolutions anything.
Yeah. So this product actually was not supposed to be for our region.
The 2-pack?
Yeah, the 2-pack wasn't supposed to be a region. I got this from somebody else outside of my usual distributors. And I brought down quite a few because I was like, everybody would want to collect master set. It's going to be hard to master set if you don't have this promo.
And these, yes, that's
and
true.
this product itself.
I collect promos. I don't have this promo. This is cool.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I think that's something you might like.
All right, now, but we have this one.
Definitely.
This one is different because I have others. But we're going to open this because I want to open it.
Yeah, I always love opening packs.
This is Team Rockets Mewtwo from Destined Rivals. I believe it might have a journey together.
Yeah.
Pack in here?
Yes. I am famously known in the store for wanting to open everyone's packs. No. You first. My wife tells me I should not be opening people's packs.
Put this here for now. Yeah. So, all right, this is how we do it. So these are the promos. This is what we do. Promos.
And that's exclusive to this product usually. There's usually a promo stamp on them as well.
And then we have the jumbo card, which neither here nor there for me, but some people like them.
Put it up and stick it up on the wall.
Basically. I have a bunch of those. All right. And hey, I didn't know it came with a sticker.
Yeah.
Comes with a sticker. Giovanni and Mewtwo.
Put that on your wall.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And the big one. And this as well will go up on your wall.
Yeah.
All right. So it comes with...
2 Destined Rivals. Oh, Paradox Rift. That's an old one, yeah.
Was this normal? Or this just I just got lucky?
Yeah, that's normal.
It comes in there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Paradox Rift.
I really actually forgot about that.
2 Destined Rivals.
And 1 Journey.
And 1 Journey together.
I love Journey. Journey is my favorite set from this.
I also have nothing from this set except for the PC ETB.
Right.
The Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box.
It's my favorite set from this.
So which one you want to open first?
Definitely Journey. I want you to do the honors.
No, you opening. You open that. I'm opening this one after you.
All right. Cheers.
I like that. Cheers.
All right, let's go.
We're opening Pokemon cards with one of the experts of Trend.
Should we show the...
Yeah. Give it to somebody.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Code card.
Right. Energy. And there's the hit if it has one.
That is the hit. Okay.
When we get it. So a lot of these are just newer Pokemon. Like those who would follow 151 wouldn't know a lot of these.
Yeah.
Well, they know Brock. Everyone knows Brock.
Reverse. Double. No hit, as we say.
Yeah. Pokemon is kind of tough.
It is.
Yeah.
I find the hits have been...
tougher now.
Yeah, they've definitely gotten tougher.
And that's why there's so much value when you get a hit too.
What's the...
So code card, and then the last card is an energy card. And then... Yeah.
There's the energy. Ooh.
Oh, same energy. Nice.
And I can flip it over.
Flip it over, yeah. And then you go from there.
All right, let's do it.
All right. No 151 Pokemon.
Tinkaton.
Any of these packs?
No, none. Earthen Vessel. Gibble Reverse. Porygon 2.
Yeah. Nothing.
No hit.
No, we want to hit something in Destined Rivals.
That's where we want to hit something, if we're really being honest.
Yeah.
You all have a binder for kids?
Definitely.
Let's donate some of these to the kids.
Yeah, we have too much.
Sure. I remember I walked in one day by you all, and you all had a box full of...
cards, yeah.
Like literally a massive box full of
cards. And
cards.
there's like 50,000 cards inside there.
That's insane.
Yeah. And there's people that come and sort through everything. They spend the day and sort through everything.
And they'll be like a needle in the haystack.
And they'll pack it back in stacks for us, neat stacks.
Wow.
And then somebody will come and just like, oh, yeah, just threw it away.
Oho or the gang?
Your choice. All right.
Let's go with the gang.
Touche. So you first.
Code card. Energy, fire energy.
Dark. Okay, good. That's a good sign. Still no 151 Pokemon.
Yeah. You're not getting Team Rocket. Ariana, Floatzel, Houndoom.
Yeah.
Ekon's Reverse.
That's one.
Yeah, that's true. Chingling.
That's a nice card, though.
Well, the Articunos usually are nice.
Yeah. Favorite Pokemon, of course, Tyranitar. Well, we have to hit something.
Come on.
Something. Oh.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is
what Pokemon is.
That is exactly what Pokemon is. You know, opening for when I, like, in terms of opening packs, I opened a lot of 151 packs.
Right.
I bought them from you. You know that.
Yeah.
And I enjoy, but you know, I did very well with 151.
I think that's overall probably one of the best sets that's come out in a while.
In terms, and the hit rates, I did really, really well with the hit rates.
Well, it's funny because those early releases were really good, but any of the later releases was so difficult to pull stuff, based on experience we've been having. But those early, like, on release day releases, initial set was so good. It was so good. Yeah.
But yeah, and then I just bought singles. I mean, that's kind of what you do.
But
right?
You did a master set for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I know someone did 3 master sets.
I'm on my second.
Oh, wow. Okay, right. Okay.
For that particular set.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that for any other set, I'll be honest.
And I think that set is so good for not just as a collector, but as somebody who wants to invest into the hobby. That's such an amazing set.
When I heard that because I got back into Pokemon around the pandemic, I think a lot of people kind of got back into it.
I think the first time you came in was about 2023.
2023.
By us, yeah.
That was to buy 151.
And I think some single cards I think you had gotten.
I think in the beginning, in the earlies, yes.
Yeah.
And then I realized this is a nostalgic set. Everybody knows the 151 Pokemon.
Well, that's how they hooked you.
And they got me. Yeah. And they got everybody else, thankfully.
Yeah.
But it turned into a set that was... It was nice to open. Every card
it was pleasing.
Pulled, I would look at it, and I had a memory from 20 years ago.
You didn't have to pull a big hit in that.
No, because it was fun.
Yeah, nostalgia.
But I definitely bought up to finish the master set. Bought the singles.
Yeah. You had pulled the Charizard?
I pulled the Charizard.
Yeah.
I walked in. It's a fun little quick story. I walked in one of the last rounds of 151 that you all brought in of ETBs. Because you all brought mini tins and a couple other things after that. It was one of the last rounds of ETBs.
I'd been 2024.
Yes.
Yeah.
I walked in. This is kind of, I'm new to everybody. I'm new to MVE. Making small talk. I said, I really want to pull this Charizard.
I remember, that's before the renovations.
Way before the renovations. I really want to pull this Charizard. And Renato, who I had just met.
Right.
Making small talk. I was like, there were 3 ETBs in the case. I should have known what I know now. I should have bought all 3.
Yeah.
But I said, I'm buying one. Pick me the one with the Charizard in it.
Right.
And he looked at them. He looked at all 3, humoring me, of course. And he grabbed one of the ETBs. I still remember it was 3 lined up, and it was the one on the left side. And he grabbed it and he gave it to me.
Right.
And I said, thank you. When I pulled the Charizard, I'll let you know. I walked out, and I was getting ready I didn't open it that day. I may have actually didn't. I think I opened it a week later.
Right.
I could check our messages because I messaged you. And I was getting ready for a wedding, and I'm opening packs on camera.
Right.
Just to record in case I hit something. Before the wedding. I'm doing it real quick. I haven't showered yet or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't open anything. I had 1 ETB left, which was that ETB.
Right.
And I said, let me just open it quick. I didn't turn on the camera, nothing like that. And I'm ripping the packs. The very last pack that I opened, I pulled the Charizard. Right. And I grabbed my phone. I couldn't believe it was the one pack or the one box that I didn't record. I messaged you right away.
Yeah.
I was like, Mark, I pulled the Charizard.
Right.
And you're like, congrats, that's huge.
Did you message Renato?
I did.
Okay.
And I told him, every time I see him, I tell him that you gave me the Charizard. The Charizard I have is because of you.
He'd be very pleased with that.
Yeah. And he chose it for me. And I asked for it. And
the unfortunate thing is that we don't pull that way for ourselves, though.
And in a mini tin, I got Venusaur SIR.
That's when I bought back the restock afterwards.
And I sat in the back.
Right.
I rarely open the packs by y'all. I prefer to do it home. I could set up my camera and thing, but and I could set it up by YouTube, but
it's comfortable.
It is. Yeah. And I pulled the Alakazam SIR and the Venusaur SIR in the same mini tin.
And that's 2 packs.
That's 2 packs, and 1 in each pack.
That was amazing.
That was by y'all as well.
That was amazing.
Not recorded, of course.
Right. Usually our best pulls are never recorded.
Yeah, which is irritating. But because I wanted to pull the Charizard on camera.
Right.
So many people were doing it at the time.
And you can't go back and do that because you've already opened it and,
Exactly. Yeah. And the product that I have now is not going to be opened.
Yeah, exactly.
The sealed product that I have.
You have a 151 UPC, correct?
No, that's the last one I was trying to get from you.
Yeah.
I have everything else. Everything else.
That set is truly insane.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I want to keep stuff sealed. I want to.
Right. I think seal collection is like probably one of the best things as a collector you can do.
You can pull this photo.
Yeah. Seal collecting is one of the best things you can do as a collector. Because, I mean, it's also one of the most difficult. Because you want to open everything. Because you're going to see it there, you're going to be bored one day and be like, I think I'm going to open all those things.
Why do you think we just opened this? You were my excuse. This episode was my excuse to open something.
Yeah, so, but I mean, again, that goes back to what we were talking about. Why are you into collecting? Are you collecting for the love of it? Are you collecting for, investment purposes, whatever it is?
So I started collecting because I really wanted the sets that I had back in the day and to complete them. I didn't have them completed back in the day. Definitely not.
And that's why it's hard for you to keep something sealed. Like myself, I collect for the love of...
And it's only after the fact. Last year, I think the beginning of last year is when I got into the sealed stuff. But my primary thing, I don't buy cards. Like when people post stuff on the... WhatsApp groups or the Facebook groups, I don't just buy them. I only buy it if I want it.
Correct.
I don't buy it thinking it's going to go up in value.
And you're going to sell it back and whatever.
I don't study that. Yeah. And the sealed product, obviously different story, because I do think that they will go up in value.
Right.
But I'm long term.
Again, like collecting in Pokemon, collecting in TCG in general is long term.
As it should be.
And a lot of new collectors, I think, need to understand that.
But what do you think caused this recent... I guess the 2021.
Go forward, yeah.
What was it then that just sent? I mean, I have my own theories that actually span from traditional financial systems, forward to consumerism.
Yeah.
But what do you think caused that?
Another form of investment.
Exactly.
That's one of the first things you think about. And I mean, during the COVID, all of us were home.
Yeah.
We were clearing out our garages or attics, looking at these nostalgia things and what is this worth? Let me look this up. And that happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think outside of that, I mean, obviously Logan Paul had a lot to do with it.
The influencers, yeah.
The influencers. And then, everyone jumped on that train. It's a snowball effect, kept going. And I think, there's a lot of genuine people that got into this hobby because they really loved it. And they remembered how much they loved it as a child, but weren't able to spend that sort of money on it as a child. And now that they are adults and have that money.
Freedom.
Yeah, that freedom. Yeah, financial freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a big deal.
People spending money on what they want to spend money on. And if you're going to spend money, you might as well spend it on something that's going to go... That has a track record.
Potential, yeah.
I mean, we can call it potential, and it really is potential. But if you look back at the history, I mean, things have only gone up.
Correct.
And they continue to go up, which is, I mean, we see dips and stuff, but that's kind of normal in the cycle of things.
Growing up, I mean, had I had that mindset too, as a child.
I'd be a millionaire.
Exactly.
I'd be a millionaire multiple times over.
I remember getting a box of comic books from 60s, 70s from my uncles. I cut out pictures, I stuck them in books, I drew on them. And, looking back, I remember issues like Amazing Spider-Man #2, #3.
Wow.
I think they had a couple #1s for Marvel Comics in there. I mean, had I saved that, who knows?
Wow. That's kind of how it goes, huh? But I guess that's why the value now is where they are at.
Yeah.
Because it took a lot to survive the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Getting a CGC graded 10 comic book from that era is it's gold.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a better form a safer form of investment for our generation go forward, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. It reminded me of a video that I just saw where a guy traded, I believe it was a box of a Charizard for a car. A car, M3.
Right, yeah.
A BMW.
Yes. He traded in his... Yes, he traded.
It was a blue BMW or something like that. But
that was I saw that recently as well.
Yeah, and I mean, it's real. The value is there. The value is very, very real.
It doesn't have the stigma anymore. Just being what is this? This is just, you shouldn't do this. Growing up, our parents would be like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time.
Yeah. Yeah. But now we see that is much, much different. But,
right.
At the end of the day, it's It's kind of just for the fun of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the sneaker investors and a lot of outside influencers come in and purchase a lot of cards and driven up demand because they're looking for the next quick flip.
And that hurts this hobby.
Absolutely.
Hurts any TCG. I mean, One Piece now is like going crazy because Logan Paul did a few videos and, obviously that sparked a lot of stuff. And then now, because Pokemon has gotten to a status now, everything is so high, cards are so difficult to get because of their value.
Yeah, it's insane.
People would go now to gravitate to other TCGs where it's cheaper to get cards and drive that up. Then when that gets too high, cycle back over. Like I was telling a few guys in store, I mean, there's basically 4 TCGs this year that's going to see that kind of growth. Obviously, it's Pokemon, One Piece, Riftbound, which is a new League of Legends TCG that came out last year. And then there's Magic the Gathering right outside that top 3.
Right.
Because of their collabs and different things, because they're doing so much things this year. That's really going to be what the hobby is about, those four TCGs. I don't see much TCGs, in my opinion, coming into that, breaking that top 4. In terms of collectability.
So Lorcana doesn't have a chance?
I think, my humble opinion.
I was kind of joking.
But Lorcana could have been, I think, had they released that product worldwide, instead of keeping it by region.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I would have been an official store already because it was a lot of hype surrounding it. I even brought down some products.
I remember.
Yeah, but it was so limited for our region because it was locked to I think North America.
I wonder why they did that.
I'm not sure. I have no idea. Their IP is so great, so why would they lock it? They would.
Yeah, that's kind of confusing.
Their TCG would have probably been top 4, top 5 easily.
And they have the money to throw behind it.
100%. I mean Disney.
It's Disney.
Yeah.
But when you look at like all of the different media franchises, Pokemon stands out above the rest.
What Pokemon did, I think, which was so smart, is that they really targeted a lot of kids from a very young age. Like, I mean, I went to a summit. I was invited to a summit last year for the Pokemon company, and we went during World Championship. It was about a 3-day summit, and they're planning like 5 years ahead. They're planning way up to the next 5-year anniversary, and they have so many things that are targeting kids, and I think that's what makes them stand out so much more than every other TCG, is that their main focus is on the growth of the kids. I think they offer scholarships for children when they win, like underage kids when they win tournaments. I know that, like championship tournaments and all that. So that's something they really invest in, and that's the way to go because those kids will one day now be adults like us, and have their freedom, and be Pokemon.
I do think though that even though it doesn't appear to be, but I do feel like having 1,100 and counting and growing Pokemon, you would think that would dilute things.
Yeah,
and for some reason, it doesn't feel like it has.
Everyone has their favorite.
Everybody has their favorite.
Yeah, everyone has some sort of attraction to this.
What about the Pokemon that is shaped like a motorcycle that his trainer rides?
Again, someone has...
What is it? Varoom?
Yeah, Varoom, yeah. I mean, people today will look at Snorlax and be like, why are you like a big blob? I mean, it's a big...
Because he's part of the original 151.
Exactly, but collectors today wouldn't understand.
He belongs.
Collectors today are not going to understand that. So, I mean, it's something for everybody.
I mean, well, yeah, I mean 1,100. But I did think every time they were coming out with new Pokemon, even back in the day, I was thinking to myself, I mean, more?
I mean,
but it has worked.
They're so smart. Their marketing
I'm not going to question them.
Their marketing team is... I would love them to market for MV. Yeah.
Yeah. You have the mall in no time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just been, I guess, a phenomenon.
Yeah.
That is just, and that's, I guess, why I feel comfortable with Pokemon collecting rather than the other stuff, even though I do like them. Like I'm a fan of One Piece. I don't collect it.
Right.
But I'm a fan of the artwork and what they're doing, and it's Magic the Gathering. I mean, it's the OG. But I guess that's why I like collecting the Pokemon, because I do feel, even though I'm collecting for myself, there is an element of investment there.
Correct.
And I do feel comfortable.
I think with
that.
anything you collect, there's some sort of
and I guess when you get
value,
your collection gets big enough, or the stuff that you have gets valuable enough, you start to think of that
stuff.
Yeah, you start to think of those things.
Yeah.
And now I go by like my nephews, who are the prime Pokemon age, and they get birthday gifts, and I always tell them, I said, if anybody asks you what you want for your birthday,
tell them Pokemon.
Tell them Scarlet and Violet 151. Not anymore, because you can't get that anymore. But back in in 2004, 2024, I was telling them, I said, if anybody asks you what you want for your birthday, Scarlet and Violet 151. I was telling all of them.
Yeah.
And every time they would get stuff, and so the second master set that I was telling you about is actually for them.
Okay, well, that's great.
Yeah, it's for them.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's not just for myself. It's for them. And I told them that I took their binders, I took all their 151.
Right.
I said, you'll see it when it's done.
Right. Or
Trust the process.
when you're old enough to appreciate it.
Well, luckily they do appreciate it.
But that's great.
And how I got that was that I found a card in their set that was worth like a couple dollars.
Yeah.
And it was completely
torn up,
bent and everything. Yeah. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, look at this. Yeah. And I looked it up online. And I said, oh my God, this card is 25 US. And they're like, 25 US?
Yeah.
I said, well, this one is 25 US. This one is not 25 US.
25 cents.
I said, you see any bends? I said, this is not 25 US. And so I teaching them that years now.
Right.
And so now they know.
And how old are they now?
Now they're like 10 and 13.
I wish I was that smart when I was 10.
And so I'm telling them now. And nobody told me that. I would still have my collection.
Yeah.
But I've been drilling it in their head since they were like 6, 7, and 8. Right. And so now they know their binder of Pokemon cards is not to take out and play with. They have the bulk, and they know all about bulk.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I did once? I said, I took all of their bulk. I brought soft sleeves, about 600 soft sleeves, and I taught them
how to sleeve
their cards at like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I said, you hold it, squeeze, shift your finger, make the little corner,
space, yeah.
Put the corner, and they sat around the table. We sat around for about 45 minutes sleeving all their bulk.
That's a lot of bulk.
Yeah, it was a lot of bulk because they had a lot of random stuff.
And you just touched on something really important.
Appreciation. That was my whole point.
Yeah. And how easy it is to pass on Pokemon to your, whatever next generation comes. It's easier than every other TCG, in my opinion, to pass on Pokemon.
Why is that?
Because of variety.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's true.
We were just talking about 1,100 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Variety. Each of those kids and each of the kids that we encounter, they're going to like something different. And Pokemon has something to cater for that.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think that they have the system locked or the cycle locked because of the cartoon.
Correct.
The show,
and
the TV show.
That plays a big part of any TCG's development.
Of developing Pokemon, But actually, I was watching something. There are some Pokemon where they only have 1 or 2 cards of that particular Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it's random Pokemon. Yeah. And it's random regular cards.
That you wouldn't really
special.
see on a regular basis.
It does make me feel like when you start to hear about those kind of instances.
Now you're going to open up.
Well, I realize that there are too many Pokemon.
Right.
They know that.
Yeah.
But they don't move like it is. So
yeah, they don't act like it's a problem.
No.
Because they're going to now capitalize on those Pokemon when everything gets saturated with whatever they're doing now.
It's true. When I saw Caterpie get a special illustration rare in 151,
I mean, come on.
I was like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite ones.
You would never expect that. That's a Caterpie.
No, it's a Caterpie.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many different instances where you can look at different Pokemon and say, okay, well, maybe someone's going to like this, so let's make a special card out of it. And their artwork is really, truly insane for this new generation.
I love these full arts and, these special illustration rares.
It wasn't like this 10, 15 years ago.
No, it wasn't. It was just the regular hollow on you.
Right.
You were happy with that.
Yeah.
Now we have things to look at, and we have 2 Victini, red Victinis, 171, 172.
That's my goal. That's my goal.
Those numbers, you didn't pull them yet.
No, that's my goal.
See, I don't collect those sets.
And for that card, it's at a value now that I'd rather pull it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Which is why I was happy that I pulled the Charizard when I pulled it.
And it's going up. It's going up.
But when I pulled it, it was $100 US for the card, which is still
now it's double
insane.
Plus.
Now it's double the price. Yeah. And so I was very happy with that pull. And of course, the Alakazam, which graded a 10.
Yeah. Really?
Graded a 10.
Sent it a grade?
Sent it a grade. Yeah. And
that's pretty good.
I got a 10. I had a couple of cards.
That value as a 10 is insane, though, I think. Compared to the regular raw value.
Yeah, of course. Of the 151, the 10s I got was the Pikachu.
Oh, really?
Caterpie, Alakazam.
And that's a SIR.
It's SIR, and there was one more, and it's totally escaping me right now. Oh, Zapdos.
You got a 10 in Zapdos?
I got 10 in the Zapdos. I still have it graded.
It's pretty good.
And so I was very happy with those.
And that's a lifetime, thing to hold.
That's staying right there in that case.
You give it to the next generation. Time to come.
And then the next 10 that I got, it was one more 10, was the Japanese Cosmic Eclipse Pikachu.
Really? That's
the Ashen Pikachu.
That's 2018, somewhere around there?
Somewhere around there.
2017.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Mike from the group, Michael.
Michael, yeah. Oh, he's big on Japanese.
He loves his Japanese Pokemon cards. He knows it too. He knows the whole thing. Good. He posted that he had some for sale of that. Now, I don't collect Japanese, I collect English, but I collect Pikachu.
Right.
So I saw this particular card and I said, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
And the price was half decent in terms of market. Mm-hmm. And I said, I want one, but he had like 4 or 5 of them. But I said, I want to choose the one I want because I'm grading it.
Right.
I was very honest. And he was like, cool, no problem. I was like, great. I literally went by him. I spent about 10 minutes looking at front, back, everything. And I chose the 10. I chose the one that I wanted.
Well, you chose the 10.
And I chose the 10.
Yeah.
Which obviously that probably made that particular card grading even more special because the rest I pulled. But which is also great. But choosing it was nice.
Yeah.
And then I just bought the English to it last week.
And how many cards did you send in that batch? Or did you send them separately?
I sent, I'll tell you right now, 53 cards.
Okay.
I sent 53 cards.
And how many of them got a 10?
5.
And that shows you how difficult it is to get a 10.
Yes.
So when you get a 10, you know value.
5 of them got 10s. Those were the 5 I think I just called out. Or 6 of them got 10s.
That's PSA.
Sorry. That's AGS.
AGS, okay.
That's computer grading.
Oh, they're very, very good at that.
So they're just the smallest.
Yeah.
TAG is the biggest AI computer grader.
Right.
And in my opinion, AI computer grading is going to take over.
It's going to,
Because
agree.
I appreciate PSA and CGC and Beckett. I appreciate them. They are why we are even talking about condition of cards, and it's the only reason we're talking about that now. It's because of those guys. But I have a problem with the element of subjectivity
within
the human grading system. That's it. I'm not knocking graders, human graders, not at all. I'm just saying that there is inevitably a level of subjectivity. I want a computer to look at the card.
And sometimes it's who you know.
And so, I will tell this story because I really don't care. I almost bought a Ninetales base set holo that was owned by Chumley from Pawn Stars, right? It was graded an 8.5. If you see the condition of the back of this card.
Terrible.
Whiting, right or wrong. I was like, there is no way this is an 8.5. There is no way. There's no way. The only reason I got an 8.5 because it was owned by Chumley.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that. And I think every collector ultimately has a problem with that.
Yep.
If it's a 10 and it's previously owned by Chumley and somebody wants to charge a couple dollars on top of that and maybe a 5-10% premium. All right, I kind of understand that.
I mean, if he signs a card or something.
But fine. For graders to give a card a grade just because of who sent it in, that kind of bothers me.
That goes against the ethics of why you would grade a card in the first place.
And that's why I went. I have PSA graded cards. I have CGC graded cards.
Those are the go-to.
I have them, but
PSA bought over Beckett.
Yeah. But I still. I'm an advocate for computer grading and AI grading.
Yeah.
Because I think that's just where we're going anyway.
I think it's going to take over.
We're digitizing everything else. Why are we not going to digitize an industry that is so value creation specific?
It's nice that you touched on that because I have a guy that does all my stuff, right?
Grading wise?
No. I mean all my adverts.
Got it.
Right. My media guy, he does everything. Right. And I recently started doing some AI stuff, some flyers and stuff. And, it's a learning process. But each one you do, they get so much better at it.
Yeah.
So, that's something that we have to look out for.
Oh, absolutely. I think things are going to be very drastically different world that we live in.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I think we're digitizing everything. It's like you can submit a card that's $200 raw. And by it getting a 10, it's now $1,000 US.
Correct. Yeah.
It's like that 800 US was created literally out of thin air.
But a lot of like PSA does it. If you have upcharging.
That is criminal.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I want to
That's criminal.
And a lot of the AI companies, they don't do that.
No.
The AI grading doesn't do that.
No. Here's another thing with PSA. And people have kind of documented some instances that may have, that allegedly or may be or potentially be or whatever the case is. I don't want to get sued. Where they will have a population of a card and they don't want to increase the population. So they give it a 9.
Yeah.
Like you hear about these instances.
And have some 9-looking cards again at 10.
Easily.
Yeah.
Have you seen the regraded Logan Paul's Pikachu illustration? Have you seen it?
Yes.
I only saw that like 2 days ago.
Yes.
It's perfect. It was like the algorithm knew I was talking to you this week.
Yeah.
And the top corner, there's little white marks and anything. I was like, oh.
Yeah, cool.
Interesting. Cool. Thank you, PSA / Beckett / PSA again.
Yeah.
Because I got a 10 and then I got a 10 at Beckett.
You got a 10 again.
No, it was his Charizard he got at Beckett. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I think that Charizard is actually a 10 because King Pokemon.
Well.
Was it not?
I don't know.
Or you think because of who it is? Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, you could probably find the cert and look it up and see what the story is. But yeah, if you had to tell somebody getting into collecting, we spoke about, we kind of wrap it up with this last segment. If we had to talk about, you said collecting, investing,
and
playing, what would be what's your advice for those 3 sides to the hobby? Whether it's Pokemon, whether it's MTG,
right,
whoever it is.
Well, let's talk about more on the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece side. I think MTG is a bit more difficult because of how many different formats there are. Right. And the fact that in Trinidad, there's a small but faithful crowd.
For MTG.
But it's not a large crowd
for
MTG. I think talking about as a player, being a player is the easiest, in my opinion. Because you just buy what you want, what you need for your deck. You research whatever meta game there is, and you play within those bounds. So I think approaching the game that way is probably the simplest way. And it's the least expensive way.
Right.
Because you buy what you need.
Right.
And that's it. And you might get prices.
And you're very rarely going to need the hit from a set.
Correct. Right. Yeah, you can play these common cards. And and you're going to get prizes. You're going to get something back if you do well enough. Which you're probably going to get within 2-3 tournaments, you might make up what you would have spent on the deck originally. As a collector, it's probably the most difficult. Because you're going to want to, most things you're going to want everything in, right?
Yeah.
You know, every set you're going to want every card. You're going to want sealed products of the different configurations. Because let's say Ascended Heroes is coming out. I think this week will be the first thing coming out for it.
Right.
Which is 3-pack blisters, tech sticker blisters.
Right.
And I think 2-pack. That's 2 of 10 different products that are going to be coming out from now till April. And as a collector now, you're going to say, okay, well, I want to collect the whole set, which is the largest set ever created for Pokemon, apparently.
Ascended Heroes?
Yeah, largest ever in history.
How much is it?
Well over 400. Well over.
What?
Well over 400, yeah. I think it was 4 something. I can't remember exactly.
I didn't even, I'm going to be honest, I didn't even look into it.
Yeah, and they would say that on social media too. I mean, it's the largest set by far, right? Now, as a collector, you're going to want every card. Like, I know you like the Master Set.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're not going to Master Set this set. This is going to be too much.
I'm very selective with the sets, yeah.
But a lot of people are going to want a Master Set. So you're going to have to, even if you don't buy products to pull those things, you're going to have to buy those cards singly. And I think it's like over 26 SIRs.
Wow.
A lot of secret rares, whatever else. And of course, those gold cards.
You think it's an experiment?
I think so, yeah.
I'm now, for some reason, that just entered my head.
How far can we push this hobby?
But a 400 card set, most binders are 360 slots.
We have 12 pocket binders at 480.
Wow. So that's what they're making sets to accommodate the binders.
Who knows? And I think this set is probably, well past 400.
But we've seen, it's close enough now. We've seen the SIRs already, or we've seen sneak peeks?
I think most of them, we probably 2 or 3 we didn't see.
Are they nice?
All of them.
Oh,
everything.
Right.
That set is beautiful. And again, like as a collector, you're going to want to buy everything.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to get each product sealed. In some cases, people get multiple products sealed. Multiples of each product
sealed. Yeah. Multiple ETBs, multiple whatever.
Correct. And then, your tech sticker blisters are 2-3 different kinds. You're going to want one of each. So it's very expensive as a collector. And you really have to do it because you love what you do.
Right.
Right? My advice for any collector is start small. Start with smaller sets.
And slow.
Because
it's easy to just get caught up and start to buy up as much as you can.
Spend $3,000-$4,000 in 1 week. I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
And then slow down after because they have no choice.
Yeah.
Right? And so start slow. Start small.
I'm on my post-Christmas slowdown.
Well,
currently.
And again, like, just be selective in what you like.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy every set unless you really want to, but just buy stuff that you like.
Yeah,
have fun.
I think buying what you like means it hedges or it mitigates any kind of upsetness later on.
Disappointment.
Buyer's remorse, disappointment.
Yeah.
Because when you buy what you like, you could at least look at it and appreciate it and be happy that you have it. If
as a collector, you have the most fun.
Yeah.
You buy. You don't care about value. You just buy stuff for liking, which makes it most difficult, most expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
As an investor, I think it's probably it's a double-edged sword because investors have to really study that market and see what's going to go up, what's going to go down, and so that's probably most difficult in terms of what you get back in return from it.
Right.
Now that investor and scalper is very closely related.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between the two of them. And I think that's one of the things we try to mitigate in Trinidad, especially because our market is, arguably small compared to outside. So I think that's really something that you have to figure out. Are you buying now as an investor and flipping it within 2-3 months because nowhere else has the product because you bought it out, or are you buying as an investor for long-term purposes? That's a different thing. So that's a fine line that we have to maintain, and we try to mitigate that a lot in Trinidad.
Yeah, I think
staggering releases
what I've seen on some of the secondary sales groups locally, where some of the admins on the groups will say, look, well, this product is still in circulation, so we don't allow them to be sold on the page.
A few months.
And I think that's fair. It's a good way to kind of curb that behavior because we don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want one person walking, and I know that you all have buy limits. You all have item limits for purchases, so somebody can't come in and just buy all.
I would have a guy come in and buy 100 of one thing
easily if you didn't have your buy limits. And then you'll have no ETBs. You'll have everything else with no ETBs.
And I like having everyone get something.
Well, it's fair. The way that you and I think some of the other stores like VRG or some of the other stores do it, it's fair.
Yeah.
And I mean, I purchased from MVE just because I was introduced to you all first, and I feel very comfortable there.
Right.
I've got to know everybody. But I appreciate that from you all. Because when away, you see in Walmart.
They don't care.
And Costco and all these places. I'm not saying that they have to care, but the point is that they don't.
Yeah.
And people like myself who want to collect, but is not going to stand up in front of a store at 7:45 waiting for 8 o'clock opening.
A line of 50 people ahead of you.
I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate what you all do.
Yeah.
The local stores. And
really
also
helps.
keeping it at MSRP.
Yeah.
Because that's also something because there are other stores that don't do that.
Well, a lot of stores now, a lot of stores abroad I know, they sell at market. No, I'm not against them for doing that.
Right,
That's up to them. But I'd rather give us the opportunity to buy it, at least initially within the first couple of months.
Correct.
For MSRP, or as close as we can come to that. Because that's only gonna involve more people and increase our community.
Yeah.
Encourage more people to come into.
And that's how it grows. I think that's how it has continued to grow.
Yeah.
I think that's why also maybe the high demand of the last couple of years has kind of maybe hindered the growth a little bit. I don't think it's necessarily going to hurt it, but it's hindered the growth a little bit. But all the card shows have sold out. All of the like we go in card parties, a group of us go in card party later this year. You should come.
I know you went already as well.
Yeah, I went to the last two.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the fourth one.
Yeah.
And in
when is
the
that?
States, July. End of July.
Really?
Fort Lauderdale. So it's a quick flight.
All right, I'll let my wife buy me a ticket.
Yeah. As she sits off camera. But yeah, so at the end of the day, for me, I don't think it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon is not going anywhere, but it seems like the other TCGs are also not going anywhere. I mean, One Piece is new.
Well,
is it new?
It's on its 30th anniversary. December was 30th anniversary.
But compared to MTG, compared to Pokemon, that's brand new.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more. So Bandai has a few different IPs they do, but I think obviously One Piece is the strongest by far.
This is the same Bandai that started Pokemon?
No. Well, yes, in a sense, yes.
Yeah, in Japan?
Yeah.
96, 97.
Correct. Yeah.
I have a Charizard from that year.
Those are pretty hard.
Yeah,
to
the
find.
Bandai Cardas.
Yeah, those are hard to find.
Yeah, I got it in an auction.
I think I have a Greninja.
Nice.
Yeah, some.
Matthew has, I know you know Matthew.
Yeah.
He has, I think he has a full set of them.
Really?
Gorgeous set.
Wow.
I think the 96 set too, not the 97 set.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this hobby is not going anywhere.
Sorry, not a Greninja. I'm sorry. Red Eyes Black Dragon.
From MTG? No, from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. From the original art, pro art.
And so they were making all kinds of IP.
I'm not sure if that's Bandai.
What year? Oh, okay.
But that would have been 1997, 90,
Yours?
90, yeah, 98, somewhere around there.
Right. Okay.
It's like a prototype for Red Eyes, which a lot of the cards that you're talking about as well were kind of the start of everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
That kind of stats and moves and that sort of kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Because I liked how they did it, where the back of the card had all
Correct,
the stats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you have Matthew as a full collection?
Ask him to see it.
Yeah. I'm probably going to message him at some point.
Yeah, he has and he had some for sale, so message him.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if he still does, but message him. This was last year.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think he had posted up some, but yes. Appreciate the time.
Of course. I appreciate you having me.
And this is because nobody else in my immediate sphere, besides Matthew and some other friends, are not into collecting TCG. I don't always get to have these types of conversations.
Right.
So, because when I'm home, or when I'm with the family on a Sunday,
they don't want to talk about that.
My brother don't care. It's just my nephews. I'm literally on a table with my nephews talking about Pokemon, pulling out a binder for them to see, showing them a sealed box. They're like, can we open that one? I'm like, absolutely not.
Be set.
Yeah, that's not happening. But yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having
and thank you for the
gift. Yeah, for sure. I know you would.
This you don't understand. This is something to treasure. This is going right in my sealed collection.
Sealed for now.
This is staying sealed.
All right.
But I appreciate it. Thank you so much again.
Thanks, Alvin.
Cheers.